I was like, I effed up. I effed up bad. Where have y'all been? Now let me stop. Where have I been for real? Child, we got a lot to talk about. I missed y'all though. I hope y'all been well. I know y'all miss me too. Let me tell y'all, a lot has changed since April, since the last time I talked to y'all. And it's been me quitting my job, child. Moving back home to North Carolina. And I'm about to go back to school. We're gonna get into all that. But let me start on this makeup, y'all. I'm about to go out with a friend, so I just thought I'd talk to y'all and do my makeup at the same time, because why not? Because it's been a minute. We need to get the ball back rolling. First of all, if you are new here, welcome. This is actually a perfect video for you if you're new here, because you're gonna get tea on my life. The recent tea on my life. Old viewers, welcome back. Y'all know, like, if you were OG and you've been rocking with me since, shoot, I can really say 2020 for real, but we gonna say 2021. You know, y'all done been with me through college, y'all done been with me through graduation, a little bit of post-grad, so I know y'all need answers. I know y'all been like, where my girl been at? Because she done ghosted us. If you follow me on TikTok, it's a little bit of my life on there. You can kind of see what's going on. But a lot of y'all probably don't. So that's why I thought I made this video. Child, let's start from me quitting my job. So, I don't know if I was transparent about my job to y'all in my past videos, just because I didn't want, you know, somebody from my job to see it and to tell my man. Like, I just was scared to probably say, I don't even remember if I ever mentioned me not liking my job. But I was just very scared to, like, say anything, because I didn't want it to get back to the wrong people and then it caused issues with my job. So now I can be fully transparent with y'all. So, day one. I don't even think I told y'all this. We're gonna start all the way from the beginning. Day one of the job, I was super excited, y'all, to just be starting a new journey, starting a big girl job, and just like being in a new city. I was just excited for the change. I was nervous, but I was excited. And the whole summer before, I was just I feel like I was more nervous than excited, just because I was so scared I was not gonna like my job. I was gonna like the city. If you don't know, I was living in Maryland, specifically Bethesda, Maryland. So like the DMV area, if you're not familiar with Maryland. I love my apartment. That was a check. When I moved in, I loved it. Loved the area, although the food wasn't good. So I was down there for about a month before I started my job, so I got to kind of get used to the area and stuff. But first day we had orientation. Orientation went good. I was excited. I was with a lot of other new hires, so it was just like the energy was very high. I was just so excited. So orientation goes good. I go get lunch, and I text my manager, and I was like, what time should I like come to the site? We just finished orientation. He's like, oh, you can grab lunch and then you can head here after. I was like, cool. So I go there. They give me a tour of the job site. If you don't know, I majored in industrial systems engineering, and I worked for a construction company. I don't even know if I should name the construction company. I'm gonna go ahead and name it. I work for Clark Construction, okay? Let me just put this out there, just as a disclaimer. My experience is very different from anybody else's experience. I can only speak on my experience alone. This is not to bash the company. This is not to bash anybody who was my management. Like, it's nobody's fault. It was just not a good fit for me. Let's just put that out there. I got a little overstimulated, but yeah. So job site tour went good. Everything was seeming good. Like, even though I wasn't too sure about, I didn't know that I was going to be in the field, like on a construction site in a hard hat and whole PPE the whole time. Like, I thought I was going to like sporadically be doing that, and that was not the case. I was in PPE 100% of the time. Like, sometimes it got to the point where I was in the office because I expressed that, but then I had to go. We'll get into that, okay? So, and this might be a long video. I just want to disclaimer because I got a lot to tell y'all. So, anyways, that went good. So he kind of showed me around. He was really nice. The guy who trained me, and I was basically kind of like working very closely with. He was very nice. He was very transparent about stuff, and just, showed me the ins and outs. Cool. So it comes to the end of the day, and I leave. But I'm leaving, and I realize, oh, I don't even know what time I'm supposed to be here tomorrow. So I'm thinking, okay, he probably gonna tell me like 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. So I text him, oh, I forgot to get like what time we're supposed to be here. And he was like, oh, you know, Mondays and Wednesdays we show up at 6:15. Tuesdays and Thursdays we show up at 6:30, I think it was. Fridays they show up at 6:32, I think it was. Okay. I said, am I had to I read that thing probably like 10 times because I was just like, what's going on? I was like, I effed up. I effed up bad. Very, very bad. When I tell you I wanted to crash out right there, right then, I was like, okay, let me just get myself together. Like, Kayla, just hold it together till you get home. You're gonna be good. Got all the way in my parking garage at my apartment. Called my parents, started bawling, crying. And I just called them. I was like, I messed up. I will never forget this. This is something I would like. A lot of stuff be kind of cloudy to me. This is something I will never forget because it was just so like pivotal for me. Like, I just remember calling them like, oh, like I just messed up. I was like, what's going on? I told them about like the start time and how nobody was transparent with me when I first got the job about start time. Like, I was told that it's going to be a regular 8 to 5 job. And they do have some of those positions in the corporate office, but I was working on the job site. Was not aware of that in the slightest. You know, my dad is like, oh, you know, F that. We'll come pack your stuff up right now and bring you home. Like, it's a job. You'll get another job. You come back and just find you something to do in the meantime. Like, and I'm just listening, and my mom's like, wait, you know, let's talk about this. Like, you know, she doesn't have, other than I had an apprenticeship, but she was like, she don't have any like good stuff, like a lot of good amount of stuff on her resume. Like, she doesn't have the room to basically quit on the spot. And I agree, because I'm just not the type of person, like, I'm a Capricorn. I don't quit. That's just, I don't, like, no matter how difficult stuff get, I do not quit, you know. And this is, and I don't want to say like I don't quit jobs, because like, you know, little like fast food retail, I've done that. Like, once stuff started to get out of hand, like unreasonably hard, like it shouldn't be this hard. Like, this is not a reason, but I feel like this is a journey I was supposed to go through. So I just feel like I wouldn't have been put in this position for no reason. Like, it was not a choice for me to drop everything and go home. So I had to suck it up. Point blank period. So they was like, you know, okay, you know, Michaela, just take it one day at a time. You just basically have to think it out, you know. So I was just like thinking to myself, I don't know how I'm gonna get up every day. Like, I had to get up every day 5 o'clock, sometimes at 4:30 in the morning. It definitely shifted a lot of my like lifestyle, and that was something I didn't want. I didn't want my lifestyle to be compromised by a job, if that makes sense. Like, I know it's gonna be compromised somewhat because it's a corporate job. It's not some like fast food or retail job, but not to that extent of me having to wake up that early. Months passed. Like, it was, it was never a point where I thought I liked it. Like, at one point I expressed to them that I did want to be more on the office side of things, so they let me do like inspections, which I could be more in the office and not have to be in the field as much. But then I got another manager and she was like, Michaela, you need to be out there more. Child, it was no consistency. That's another thing. It was no consistency with that job. And I feel like consistency, stability, like not on my end, on their end. Like, I need stability with a job. Like, I changed managers 3 times being there. I didn't like that, because once I get used to one manager, I'm going to keep that manager at least for a year. I had 3 managers within a year, y'all. Like, that makes no absolute sense. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of liking my job now that I'm more in the office. If it stays this way, like, I think I can tolerate it. Cool. Nope. I had to get right back out there and be in that field, and I did not like it. So started hating my job once again. There were some upsides. Like, I wish I could have showed y'all this, but I was able to, like, my first manager, which by that time he wasn't working on the same project as me, but back in like April, I want to say, was it April, March, June, something like that. It might have been June, like beginning of June. He invited us on a boat, so that was really fun. If I can find a clip, I'll put it right here. But he invited us on a boat. I really loved that. Like, the Christmas party, guys. Like, there were certain points that was not, like, that was bearable and it was fun. But, like, I just knew, like, it was not a reality that my job was going to stay like this, because, again, there's no stability. Like, towards the end of my time there, our team got very small. Like, I started with a team of probably, like, 15 people. Don't quote me on that. But a team of 15 people by the time I left, it was only me the other guy, which we both got hired at the same time. We're both new grads, and my manager and one manager, and then we got two interns. Like my last 3 weeks being there, I think. So it was a very, very small team because the building was just about finished. So it was nice then. I didn't have to wear PPE towards the end. I guess I can say like starting in like May or April, like we didn't have to wear PPE because it was basically a finished building. So it wasn't that bad. It was like little small stuff. Like it was starting to get real chill. But again, that was not going to be a reality. Once this project got done, it was going to put me on a project that was starting from the ground. And I would have been back in that PPE. So it was just no stability. Like I didn't know what my next move was going to be. And that's what scared me about it. Because honestly, like I was vocal about what I want to do next. But there's no guarantee. Like they put you what's good for the company. Like they put you wherever was good for the company. And you know, it's a corporation. It's a company. They got to do what's best for the company. They're not like, a company should be looking out for their employees, but you know how that goes. So I put in my 2 weeks in June, the end of June. I remember it was Juneteenth. I put my 2 weeks in on Juneteenth. It felt so ancestral to do that. But I put my 2 weeks in on Juneteenth, and then my last week was the week of July 4th. So yeah, both of those weeks I celebrated both those weekends. We had a time, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so that's why the job didn't really work out for me. If you love construction, if that's what the path you're planning on going towards, it might not have been that bad because that's your passion or that's what you want to do. Like the long hours. Also, I had to work weekends sometimes. So sometimes we're staying till 6 p.m. Remember, sometimes I was starting at 6 a.m., 12-hour shifts, Saturdays, hella overtime. It was a lot of overtime. That was another thing, like, I did not want. That's not what I thought I signed up for. But, you know, that's on me for not doing my proper research. I should have definitely did more research. So that's on me. Like, I should have known that because literally everyone who works there, I didn't do my part. You know, I just was excited to have something for when I graduated. So, you know, I feel like this was a learning experience for me. You live and you learn. I do feel like I built up a resilience. I am proud of myself for sticking out. It was almost a year, it was 11 months. But I'm proud of myself for sticking to the job for a year. So, you know, because I could have been that girl who just quit the first day. So, you know, I'm so proud of myself. I know God is proud of me for, you know, sticking to his plan, because I do feel like it was in his plan very strongly. So, yeah. Also, since I didn't say a year, I had to pay back almost $7,000. But let's move on. So the second question is, where are you now at and what prompted you to move? So as I stated before, I'm back home in North Carolina. I am living with my parents. You know, they always kept my room, as you can see, so that was perfect. I'm thankful for God that I had somewhere to come back to and something to fall back on, because I know everybody's situation is that way. Everybody can't just quit their job and move back home with their parents. So, you know, I'm very grateful for that. Child, we're not even going to talk about the moving situation because it was very stressful. Like, I literally didn't get my clothes and stuff until just now, and I moved out July 28th, and it is August 15th. So, yeah, you can do math. I've been very happy since I've moved back. It's been so great. I've been back with my friends, closer to my boyfriend, so I'm going to be able to see him more often. I'm actually going there tomorrow. So, you know, I've just been very happy. Very, very happy. Just peaceful, you know. Next question is about school. So I am going back to get my master's in data science at, of course, I'm going to be a 2-time Aggie, North Carolina A&T State University. I actually just had orientation 2 days ago. So today's Friday. I had orientation on Wednesday. So that went good. Okay, first of all, why did I choose data science? So undergrad, we did have a few courses where we did a little bit of coding, did a little bit of like analytical work, and I really enjoyed that. Like, I'm definitely a math girly, and I feel like data science is numbers. Like, it's really just numbers. Like, and I love numbers. So I've always loved numbers since I was like a kid, for real. Like, I love numbers. So like, what I'm excited about, I will say, is being back on campus. Like, I know it's going to be different. It's not going to be an undergrad experience. I actually did get a scholarship, so they're paying my tuition, and I'm also getting an assistantship where I get a stipend each semester. I'm not going to disclose how much, but let's just say I don't need to work if I don't want to. So glory to God for that. So I'm excited to be starting that. So my class schedule is, I have one class each day. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have a class in the afternoon, 50-minute class, like a 50-minute class in the afternoon, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays I have another afternoon class, but that's like an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for that. I don't know what else I'm excited. I'm just excited to be back learning. Like I feel like I love learning. I don't know if a lot of people can say that, but I think I love school for real. Like, call me a nerd, but I was definitely one of them girls who, like, if I couldn't figure out something on my homework, it's like a puzzle piece to me. Like, once I figure out that puzzle, like, it gives me adrenaline rush. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just excited about school in general. What am I nervous about? What am I nervous about? I think I'm more so nervous because I hear a lot of that grad school is different from undergrad. Of course it would be, but like, every time I hear like why people say that, I don't really understand why they say that. So I guess that's kind of like a thing you just gotta experience to know what they're talking about. So that's what I'm nervous about. Cause like, what do you mean? Like, are you saying that in a good way or saying that in a bad way? Like, am I gonna be pulling my hair out every couple of days? Like, you know, so that's one thing I'm nervous. But other than that, like, I feel at peace with everything. And I know when I feel at peace with stuff that I'm doing what's right. I feel like since I wasn't at peace with the job, that should have told me that. I don't even want to, because I believe I'm a strong believer everything happens for a reason, but I do just feel like me feeling that way about the job should have told me that this is going to be no walk in the park. So yeah, that's what I would say. That's how I feel like that's the best thing to say. So yeah, that told me that it was not going to be no walk in the park for real. As far as my content goes, I say like, in essence, like your vision, your goals, your platform you're focusing on. So I do plan on kind of being back more consistent like I was back in like 2021, my sophomore year of college. You know, I was putting videos out weekly. Okay, like sometimes 2 times a week. Like I was doing the daggone thing. Then with my content, I'm not really like having a niche for real. Like, if I did want to do a niche, it would be hair. But y'all, this is a wig. That's the next thing. We're gonna talk about that later. But my hair is just not where I want it to be for me. I could still do hair content, like my hair growth journey, but we might still look into that for real. But I'm just gonna do like lifestyle content, me going to class, me just having a whole. My content gonna be about my pivot. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what it's gonna be about. My content is going to be about me pivoting, me just having a whole different life, like me basically having 1, 2, 3 pivots in like within 1 year time span for real. Because like you think about it, it's just hit a year not too long ago that I graduated. So like me graduating, then moving out of state, starting a job, and then quitting that job, moving back here and going to school. That's 3 different pivots, you know. So my goal is to basically just be more consistent. And I know like if I stay consistent and just be on top of myself, I will get the engagement I want, get the following I want. So, you know, I don't have a specific like number goal I will say, but like what am I trying to say? Like I don't have a specific number goal. It's just more so staying on top of myself. Like it's not, I know like if I stay consistent and stay disciplined, everything else will fall into place. So yeah, that's my goal, to stay disciplined and stay consistent. Child, let's get into my personal life. Enough of the life-changing events, I guess, because personal life ain't really changed much. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like any changes in friendships, relationships, we'll start there. Friendships, relationships. No, okay, so I still have the same friends. Okay, I guess I can like touch on that. So I still have the same friends. It's just a matter of fact of me it's not like I can just see my friends whenever I want, or like they're close by anymore. Like my friends, I'll say now that sorry y'all, my nose is itching. Like a hair or something right there, but it's not a fact of like, it's not like, nothing about like falling out. It's just, you know, once you graduate college, that's adult life for real. And everybody is doing different things. Everybody's not just going to class and going to the caf and then going back to their dorm and then going to a park. Like that's not nobody, like at least my friends, like it's not their reality anymore. Which, you know, of course sometimes you go out, like you might need to decompress. Like me, I'm still the same girl, honey. Like I'm a tree. I'd be outside, but So, that has been a lot for me, not being able to see my friends as often. And I didn't have any friends I didn't have the friends I was used to from college. The closest friend I had from college near me was Nah and Danique. And yeah, I'll say Nah and Danique because they live in Virginia. So they would come visit me pretty often. Like, I think Nah probably came up there like, I don't know. She came up there a lot. And I appreciate her from that. Like, making that drive just shows me that she really loved me for real. Like, she really loved me for real. But Danique came up there probably, I say, like 3 times. So, like, that, me saying, like, it's bothering me so much. My eyebrows, y'all, is my eyebrows looking good? Be honest. I'm gonna have to text her and say 8:30. I mean 9:30. Let me text. 1 second, y'all. That's just been different. Navigating friendships, just trying to keep in touch where I can, and just keep those connections because your friendship changes when you leave college. You gotta be realizing that you're not gonna speak to your friends every day anymore. You're not gonna it might not even be every week. So, or it might not even be every month for real. So you just gotta like keep that in mind. Relationships, I'm still my same boo. I'm still with my buka, Dre. We came up on what anniversary is this? We came up on our 7th anniversary. Again, if you're new here, me and my boyfriend have been dating since high school. We started dating April 22nd. He went to the university at Charlotte, and I'm at the A&T, so we was long distance for that. I will speak on, I feel like long distance in college wasn't as hard, but this season of me being in Maryland was definitely hard because I feel like since I moved up there, I only saw him a handful of times in person. Like, of course we would FaceTime and stuff, but we didn't really see each other as often as we would like because it's 4.5 hours from here, Burlington, Greensboro, but from Charlotte it's 6.5 hours, and with traffic it can be more. So that can be a lot. And then like I'm busy, he busy, he might have to work. I was off on the weekend, but he has a job where he might work some weekends. So navigating that was hard, but we made it through, and now we're we're very close to each other, so we're both very excited about that. And I'm just excited to be back with my boo, and I can go drive to see him whenever I want. He's just an hour and a half up the road. That feels good. Because an hour and a half compared to 6 hours is very much shorter. Everything's good in the hood. We still very much in love. So, yeah. The next question is there any changes in my hobbies or routine? So, a very, very recent hobby that I think I am, it's not quite a hobby yet because I only went once, but I think it's going to be a hobby, is trail ride dancing. Trail ride dancing, so, let me drink my one. So, last Sunday, I went out with my friends Ashley and Shia, and they be having like this trail ride event in Greensboro at Gate City Tavern, and it's so fun, y'all. It's so fun, like, and it's a workout too, y'all. When I talk about shirt drenched, why did I say that like that? Shirt was drenched, like, yeah. I had a time. I had an absolute time, y'all. So I think I will be going. They have it like twice a month. So I'm definitely gonna be back. They will be seeing me. They will not be getting rid of me. So that's gonna be a new hobby I have. My routine, child, I'm not waking up at 5 a.m., 4:30 in the morning no more. That's a change in my routine. I'm waking up when I need to, but what I do need to add back in my routine is working out consistently, y'all. Y'all, I got so good. I'm sorry, I do need to go back to working out consistently because before the move, I think I was working out consistently for a month. So I guess when I left my job, that's when I got consistent. So, but me being back, I'm trying to like, when you move, it just throws off your whole like, just way of living, I guess you can say, especially when you move back home. And like, with my apartment, my gym was right downstairs, so it was easier to go to the gym. So now like I have to actually drive to a gym. We kind of have some workout equipment here, so I could just work out here. So I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. Like, if I want to like work out here, do I want to, find a gym, or do I just want to? We do have a Y membership, so I could do that. So I'm just thinking what I want to do, but I really should have started that routine before I started classes, because once I start classes, I know that's gonna be another thing that's gonna like slow me down. So I probably should have just got a routine going and then went from there. So just trying to That's one thing I'm working on being consistent with, is going to the gym. So, child, I'm just trying to get back to my 2021 self, because 2021, 20, it was really 2020, but like 2020, 2021 self, like I was being very consistent working out. It was really 2021. I was very consistent working out. Like, your girl was in the gym, body was T, I felt good. Like, get me back to her for real. So that's gonna be the motto. I don't want to say getting back to 2021 Michaela. I want to say getting to a new, improved version of the 2021 Michaela is our motto for the rest of the year, rest of my life, for real. If you see me in person, please remind me to get blush, child. I've been putting off getting blush for so long. I just keep forgetting. I go to the store probably 5 times a week, and I always forget to get blush. But next, on to the next. So next one is accomplishments, milestones, moments I'm proud of. That is a very good question. I guess I'm proud, like, I'm gonna reiterate this, me being proud of getting out of my comfort zone, moving to another state with, you know, it being unknown of how it was gonna go, and just sticking it through and just seeing it through to the end. I will say that. I will also say, I don't know, y'all, like, I guess my main accomplishment is just me, you know, staying and not being a quitter. So I can just say that for real. I don't even know, like, I set goals for myself, but I really got lost. Like, I really got lost when I, you know, was not just not liking my job and stuff. Like, it really took a toll on me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So I do need to set new milestones and goals though. So stay tuned for those. Okay, so struggles and lesson learned and what I'm working through. So of course y'all know my struggle was me being away from my family, being in a new job and not liking it. And I will say the lesson that I learned is I really strongly believe in order for you to flourish, you need to at least live somewhere. I really want to say state, but I'll say city. Move to another city. I really want to say state, because you move to a city, like, you drive just, I'm driving. City, I'm going to say city/state. You really need to move to another city/state in order for you to grow. Think about, like, a fish growing in the same tank that it had since it was born. And it don't have nowhere to swim. It don't have nowhere to grow anymore. It don't have nowhere to, like, explore. You need to go in a bigger fish tank, you know? That's how I see it. And I feel like that's what happened for me. I feel like I had a lot of growth, a lot of realizations about myself that I didn't have before. Like, I tell people who I have this conversation with all the time, like, I feel like I don't want to, it doesn't sound shallow because it's like me being self-aware, but I feel like I never really had a struggle, a huge struggle in life. So I feel like God really placed this in my life for me to stop playing. I don't know, like, for me to just get some what is the word I'm looking for? Some grit about myself. I don't know, like, just having something under my belt that is a challenge is something that I can apply to different situations in order for me to grow. So I think very much for me to have that job, like, that was a job that I needed to have in order to grow. So I also feel like I learned about turning negatives into positives. So of course I'm away from my family, but I did learn that you will meet new people. You move away from your hometown, you're gonna meet new people. Unless you're just staying in the house all the time, not leaving your house, okay. But you're leaving your house, you get you some hobbies. In my case, like, I joined a grad chapter in the area and met some amazing pro fights, y'all. Like, I love them so much. I literally miss them. Like, they're one reason why I did not want to leave. Like, if I would have stayed here, I would have never met them, and that would have been a huge waste, you know. So that's my lesson, you know, just taking things for what they are and just learning from them and pulling stuff away from them that you can to apply to other situations in your life, even if it's not the best situation. Ooh, I hate with that. I don't know. I think God's speaking through me. I don't know. Like, it's just, I'm not even thinking. I'm just saying. And then normally it's hard for words to come to me. I'm basically done with my makeup, but I do need to hurry up because I was supposed to be here at 9. It's 8:30. It's 30 minutes away from me, but I pushed it back to 9:30 so I can finish this video with y'all. So, I'm gonna try to speed through these. I think I'm gonna get through. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna be back when I finish my makeup. Alright, I'm back. I don't know if I'm wearing this, so don't mind it. But let's move on to the next question. Upcoming plans, projects, or events. Honestly, y'all, I don't have anything coming up that's major. Like, I'm trying to think, but I really don't. Like, nothing. I feel like all the major stuff already happened. Like, me moving and going back to grad school. Like, I guess that you can say that's major. Like me, I start grad school. Today is the 15th. Yeah, today's 15th. I start school on the 20th, so that's next week. So that's major. But other than that, y'all, I literally have nothing else. We just chilling, grad school, and living life. So future content I'm planning, I don't really, like, again, I'm really just going with the flow. I do want to be more structured with my content, so I did something for my TikTok, but as far as YouTube, it's still gonna be just like vlogs. I feel like it's just gonna really be vlogs for real. But I don't really have anything new for YouTube now. Well, I do plan on starting a new, I guess you say a new series, like a new playlist, which is gonna be, it could still probably fall in post-grad life, but it's probably going to just be like grad school content, like navigating grad school. And I might do like a what to expect from grad school video. That'd be good. I could probably do something like that. If y'all want that, let me know. But yeah, I don't really have any like specific new content coming up, so just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, and put them post notifications on so you can be the first one to say you saw my video. Perfect. Alright, y'all, it is 9 o'clock and it's time for me to go, so I am going to close the video out here. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all was able to understand where I'm at in life right now, but y'all need to stay tuned for the next video because I'm back. I promise y'all, I'm back. I know I said this last time, but I'm actually back. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and put your post notifications on because we're going up, and it's going to be a time. Alright, y'all, bye.